Good morning. It's currently 6:25 a.m. on Friday, April 24th, 2015. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I feel like I had something for this. So last night I participated in a recording session for the Roundtable podcast. Uh, the episode itself, hosted by Dave Robeson, is not going to be live on the site for a few more weeks, I think, but the actual recording of it was super fun. Those of you who are into writing podcasts, that's one to check out if you haven't already. It features kind of two segments that alternate. There's the 20 minutes with, which is just kind of interview session sort of thing. And then there's also roundtable workshop episodes where there's a story pitch and then you kind of talk through it and see if you can make suggestions and do brainstorming and that sort of thing. And I was asked to be a co-host for this sequence of episodes, and I was thoroughly entertained. That's not really what I mean. I found it very enjoyable, is what I did. So that was a lot of fun. I'm also, still sticking with my 1 hour a day of writing. That's going pretty well. So I'm very happy about that as well. And one of the things that I found myself thinking, though, last night was that, I've talked so often already on this, maybe just because it's how often I think about it, but this whole balance of how to balance your hobbies and try to have them not sometimes start to feel like work. Well, every so often it's like, my video game chakra is out of balance. Why is that? And then I realized, oh, well, it's because the Daredevil TV show. And because that added, 13 hours worth of TV outside the normal TV video game other things balance, that means that I watched, I had that whole chunk of 13 hours and all of the other shows that I would typically watch. And because that means a lot more TV by comparison, the video games are what there's been less of, and so I find myself craving playing them more, and yet, well, I have to get caught up on the TV shows first, and then the other thing is I really don't. I don't know. It's one of the things, the analogies that came up last night on the podcast, and this is something they've talked about on that podcast before, is just the total amount of content that there is out there, and the analogy of consuming content as drinking from the fire hose. And that's really apt because there is just so much content out there anymore that you could almost certainly spend 24/7 consuming things that you would enjoy consuming. And so that can put you in this odd scenario of just liking a show is maybe not enough of a reason to watch it. Which is weird because it just seems like, well, you would, either you would like it or you wouldn't. And if you don't like it, then don't watch it, and that's fine. But if you like it, then why wouldn't you watch it? Well, because there's only so many hours in the day, right? And so we're in this kind of lucky golden age of TV and video games and all these other things, of there being so many things that you would really enjoy that you really have to start, drawing the line at a much higher level. I don't know. I've talked about this before. I'm almost at 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm starting to look ahead at Avengers Age of Ultron, and it doesn't help that I guess they've been having advanced screenings, and so there are spoilers out there. I tend to not care over much about spoilers, but I also, you know, if easily avoided, I generally would. And I think it's less a matter of worrying about being spoiled and more a matter of just I'm impatient. I want to see the movie now. All right. Well, in any case, should be recording for talking about Survivor later tonight, that being Friday. And, gonna keep doing all the other things too. And so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.